Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. That'll do. Oh. Oh, wait, one more thing. Hold on, hang with me. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Oh, who's there today? Is anybody there? Chip's there. Aaron is there. User is there. Mosey is there. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Chip. Hello, Atwood. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Diane. Whew. Late start to my show today. I didn't almost think about not doing it. I certainly thought about not doing it. Slept in, which felt nice, kind of drifted in and out of sleep for the last couple hours and just felt so comfortable in bed. At like 4 o'clock, I'd woken up and I was going, I worked last night. I certainly can't get up at 4. But I thought about it. And I rolled over and I was comfortable in bed and I popped on one of my positive affirmations / hypnotic sleep vibe audios and listened to that. Drifted back off for a couple hours and woke up and it was just kind of winding down in the melodic music. Then another one came on and I was listening to it and I was laying in bed and just thinking how comfortable I am and reflecting in life and my day, my night last night, my experiences, my friends, my family, those that love me, the audience. Wondering if I should go live today, wondering what the meaning of the purpose was of this show was, wondering if this show is holding me back or moving me forward. Thinking about it for a while, realizing that most of the people that know and care about me and love me probably wish I would stop doing this show. Kind of thinking about all those things all at once. And as I laid there, debating whether to do my show, debating my day, debating life, wondering about everything out there. And realized I was out of underwear and I should do my laundry. And that before I start doing my day, before I do anything else, I should get my laundry in. So I gathered up my clothes. Since I have very few clothes, I even decided to wash a couple pairs of white socks and a white t-shirt in with all my darks. Don't know if that was a good decision or not. Went downstairs, picked the cycle, put my card in, hit start. Already felt more productive. Already had a unique, strange conversation with a woman in the hall and a woman in the elevator. Came back up, I had started my coffee pot at this time. Said, what the heck? What the heck? Let's go live and just see what happens. So here I am. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Friday morning. It is September 6th. It's about 7:33 a.m. Happy Friday. It's a show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings. Sharing the exciting events is throwing in a load of laundry before I get my Coffee with Ken show started. But I'll tell you what. Feels good having water. I selected warm and regular cycle. I don't know. Knowing the downstairs, the machine's working for me and going, that's the sound of the machine rattling around my clothes. And knowing that that's working for me as I talk to you all. Thank you, Johnny Jacobs. Tara Jacobs, thank you for the hearts. I do the common uncommonly well. RJ, I don't know if I do the common uncommonly well. Like laundry is very common. We all do our laundry, or have it done at least. I think I tell the story of the common uncommonly well. I think that's my gift. You know, a lot of people are world-class runners or great athletes or brain surgeons or, I don't know, actors or, awesome teachers or engineers or scientists or whatever. And my gift on this world is telling the most common stories with a certain flair. Making the retelling of my laundry kind of funny, kind of interesting. Good morning, Dezay. Tara, thank you so much for my heart puffs. Did I take drama classes? No, I did not. Highland says, good morning, Ken. Been trying to find your live on other platforms. Finally found me here. Well, Highland, I appreciate you finding me here and your determination to search. Let me tell you, there's more than a little bit of guilt as I lay there. Picture people that most people I have never met and probably never will meet. I mean, we can have a group hug and connect at that level and being okay with it. I appreciate you looking through various social media platforms trying to find me, but I've been going live on TikTok for about a week and a half. A week and a half ago, I decided as much as money doesn't buy happiness, I should build my revenue and use various sources, be it work or plasma donation if need be, or social media, or, I don't know, babysitting. And I haven't had any babysitting gigs in the last week and a half, but I'm just throwing out there because I wanted one more example. That I was going to increase revenue. And if I increase revenue, some issues I'm dealing with would kind of fade away. And I looked at my social media, and as much as I enjoyed my experience going live on Instagram for the couple months and the audience it built, I was going, hey, I don't generate any revenue from that platform. So why don't we come back to TikTok and see how it goes? So for the last week and a half, I've been going live on TikTok because I do generate some revenue there and a couple different social media platforms. And I figure if generating revenue is going to be a focus, I might as well focus on the areas and the social media platforms that generate revenue. But anyway, this is not just a show about me talking. This is also a show about me
sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I am so excited to take my first sip at this very late hour. I don't know how long my show's going to be today. I might not have much to say. Who knows? So I might get going once I drink my coffee. My hope, again, is wherever you are, whatever you're doing, that you got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. Made it a little stronger today. And yes, I haven't told you what type of coffee I'm drinking. I want to make you want more. Want to know the details of just how my morning is going, how my laundry trip was, and how my coffee is. But I decided to make it a little stronger today. Oh, and I'm pleased I did. And I am pleased I did. Thank you so much for the rose, Highland 517. It's the cinnamon dolce. Might only be the second pot I have had of this coffee, which I almost want to say is my favorite. I almost want to say is my favorite. And the other day I made it a little light. The cinnamon wasn't as explosive in my mouth. So this morning, right before I head out and got my laundry started, I decided to add another shake into my coffee maker. And I'll tell you what, the results are amazing. Good morning, Deacon Tim. How are you? What is my preferred laundry detergent? Well, let me tell you, the only thing that jumps out to me is the smell of Downy. And I know Downy is fabric softener, but you can buy various laundry detergents with Downy scent in them, or I don't know, maybe fabric softener in them. There was a woman I dated, one of my first real girlfriends way back in college, and she always did her laundry, and it always smelled the Downy, and my mom never added fabric softener to our loads of laundry. And I found that smell of her clothes so appealing. And it's so pleasant that it's stuck with me. And I'll tell you what, the smell of Downy is a really nice smell. So my preferred laundry detergent, I don't really have one. Interesting little side note. I was headed out to Yellowstone, as many of you know, this late spring, early summer. And I was riding my scooter, and I was going to live in a dormitory, and I was going to work in a restaurant, and I was going to wait tables, and I didn't know what it was waiting for me. But the company that puts all that together is a company by the name of Xanterra, and they did kind of a call to all the employees one day before we went out there, and one of the words of advice was, hey, bring some laundry detergent with you, because you can buy it around here, but it's expensive. Somebody said that on the call. So in Cody, Wyoming, I picked up big plastic tub of these little Tide Pods. I think I'm using. I'm still using the same Tide Pods today. I don't believe they have Downy scent in them. What is my opinion on typical gender roles? Does a husband and wife have different roles in the family? Okay. Well, I will say this. I think for most people, a husband fulfills a role, and I think in most people, I think most women I'm going to just say, would probably tend to be more naturally nurturing and loving and caring for the kids. And most men, I don't know what men provide to the equation. Maybe the competitive gene, I don't know. But either way, I think in most people that's true. But I think whatever works for the family is what is most important. And if the father, the man, or the husband wants to get up and make the kids breakfast and pack their lunch and kiss them as they head off to school, and the wife wants to go to work and get up early and catch the train and go downtown and be whatever it is she wants to be, that's okay by me. But I think for most of us, there's fairly typical gender roles. Yeah. Atwood wants to know if I think the Tide Pods work as well as the liquid. I would say I see no issue with my Tide Pods would be the best way to describe it. I think my clothes come out clean. So yeah, no, I'm pleased with the Tide Pods, especially living not having to carry down a big jug. I'm living in an extended stay, so I don't have to carry around a big jug of laundry detergent with me. And I just throw it's kind of fun squishing on the little Tide Pod, by the way. Squeezing it a little bit, not too hard, it might pop. Putting it in my bag and then taking it down and making sure it gets in there. So there are I tell you, I think it's a pretty good invention. Those little laundry detergent pods. They work pretty darn well. I haven't determined. My assumption is they're more expensive. Because, I don't know, if I was making an easier way to do laundry, I'd probably charge people a little bit more for that ease. And I think they're a neat invention because I think they work. They sure are squishy. Marriage is definitely not always as traditional as it used to be. And maybe it wasn't always as traditional as we think that it was. Maybe people always did their whatever they did, behind closed doors. But maybe what we've gone through, and it's probably not just the last 5 years, maybe it's been a slow evolution of our thoughts and our ideas and what's okay. Maybe due to social media or technology or more advanced ways of thinking, we've become more aware of other ways of living and other ways of doing things and more accepting. So I'd say generally more accepting is better. And kinder is better. So in that ways, a lot of the advancements that we've made are probably making the world a better place. I think the pendulum always swings too far. And I think sometimes we might, and society has a tendency to look back and go, oh, they were bad. And just because we have to be accepting both ways, and we can be accepting of one way of living while not looking back at somebody that has more traditional family values and hating on them and calling them old-fashioned or MAGA or Trumpers. So I think we need to learn to be accepting both ways. Yeah. Teddy Kizzy says Illinois versus Kansas tomorrow night. I am so not up to date on my sports. I appreciate you, Teddy Kizzy. I went to Illinois. I graduated in 1990 with a degree in finance. They were really good at sports when I was there, especially the basketball program, but their football program was pretty strong as well. But over the last several chapters of my life, and I've kind of lost touch with sports and gotten away from it, and it's okay. Part of me looks back on those days fondly, but a lot of me doesn't remember some of the details of those days because along with the sports, I was probably drinking a lot of alcohol. Highland says, my husband is my... Hold on, there was something that I thought was powerful that Highland said. Highland 517 says, my husband is my leader, my provider, and my rock, and I'm blessed to have him for 41 years now. Highland, and I bet you he is the first person that would say he is blessed to have you. And I congratulate you on 41 years together and your awesome perspective at looking at of your partner and your husband. And I think that's awesome. So way to go. Tenley says Tide Pods are the Keurig cups of laundry. They certainly are. They certainly are. Have I ever seen Vanderpump Rules? It's a show about waiters and bartenders. No, I haven't. I did work last night. And had a nice shift and probably helped me sleeping in this morning. I think I got back and I was ready for bed. You guys mind if I get a topper on my coffee? Yeah, if you do. Can't handle the... do what you will. Do what you will. They make dishwasher pods too. They certainly do. They certainly do make dishwasher pods as well. Vanderpump is chaotic. Maybe I should go check it out. Feels kind of nice. Just about 8 o'clock. It feels nice getting enough sleep. Get my second cup of coffee on, having my laundry going, knowing I'm working again tonight, and knowing it's a Friday and it's probably going to be busy and the revenue I'm going to generate is going to be pretty good. Knowing I have many hours ahead of me on this Friday where I can fill it with whatever I'd like to fill it with. And hopefully productive hours, positive hours, spiritually fulfilling hours, emotionally hours without conflict, with love in my heart, a smile on my face, and a coffee cup in my hand. Oh. Would love Ken at Sewer. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. You're making you want a cup of coffee. Well, Lisa Scott, you go get a cup of coffee. Would I be good on a waiter and bartender show? It's funny, I was reached out to by somebody that found me on social media. They were, I don't know if the show ever got made. I'd like to think maybe the show didn't get made. But they reached out to me. It was, I don't know, a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And said they are like a production person for some reality TV show. And I should send in a video. And they were going to do something and put a group of people in a weird place and make a show of it. I don't know if they ever did the show. But I do know I never heard back. They must not have liked or cared for my video. It's all right. Good morning, Sandra Lynn. Yeah, I do know I never heard back. And again, I don't know what this whole Vanderpump is about. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I watch some movies from time to time. And, but yeah, I don't watch a whole lot of TV, be it reality or sitcoms or whatever. RJ asked, have I ever thought about being on Survivor? Well, I'm sure we've all thought about it at one time. I've never really wanted to be on Survivor. I don't think I would survive very long, and I don't think I would do very well. I don't want to be in a hellish place eating bugs. And wearing whatever it is they wear. Palm fronds. But, yeah, no, I've never really thought about it. I did see the first Survivor episode with my first wife. I think we were living it, ironically. Sometimes, some ways, life changes. And it's amazing, I think the show's still going on, because I believe we watched it in our studio apartment we shared with our 107-pound lab named Boo Boo in Lincoln Park, Chicago, right on Wrightwood and Clark Street, right by the Lincoln Park Zoo. And we lived in a tiny little studio apartment. And I think that's when the first Survivor was going on, that a guy named Richard Hatch eventually won. How much was rent? I don't remember. I'm going to say, I almost want to say $675. I'm not sure if that's right, but that's the number. It could be an $875. It could have been $675. Not totally sure either number is right. I know in the early 90s, and I'll allude to it from time to time, when I lived in one of the coolest one-bedroom apartments, you know, in the city. I mean, it was pretty cool. The rent started at $1,240, and that was just about 30 couple years ago. And 8 years later, I was living in a studio that wasn't really spectacular in any way, with the woman that would become my first wife. And I don't remember the rent exactly. It might have been $675 or $875 or something like that. But my wash cycle is almost done. Takes 29 minutes for the and other sounds the laundry might make. You know what I get to do next? I get to do that walk back down, move the clothes from the washer into the dryer, find the right cycle, push start. The dry cycle takes about an hour. And during that time, I will be homeward bound, and I'll probably eat some breakfast. I'll probably FaceTime my nuggets of love and my little angel. Probably throw on CNBC, what's going on with the world. Probably get ready for my day, and hopefully think about a few things I'm grateful for. Because I know whenever I start thinking about my day, I start thinking about, okay, I gotta be at work at 4 o'clock. I would like to get this, and this done, and I hope my darks didn't bleed into my whites, and hopefully the clothes will be just dried enough, and hopefully nobody steals them, and hopefully it'll be a beautiful day, and start worrying and my mind starts racing, and then I'll be in a bad place, and I will catch myself. And I'll look out the window and say, wow, blue sky looks so pretty today. Even the whir of the highway behind me is kind of relaxing. The fresh sheets I have on my bed feel nice. Boy, I'm fortunate to have these pillows behind me. I'm lucky to have 2 ex-wives taking great care of my beautiful children when I'm not around. And life is good. Today will be cooler than yesterday. I noticed it was fairly warm and humid yesterday. I'd gotten spoiled by the 70-plus degree temperatures we had with no humidity, and riding my scooter and wearing my leather coat and my helmet. And but it's going to feel good today. It's supposed to be high 60s this weekend. That's getting frighteningly chilly. That is getting frighteningly chilly. David Restore joined. Markinsaw joined. Can't wait. No humidity. It will probably heat up again next week. Well, we're certainly not done with summer. We're certainly not done with summer. Hey, user, thank you so much for sharing the live. Do I like fall stuff? Pumpkin patch, hayride, haunted house. I think about that. I've got a very fond memory. There's an apple orchard. I don't know if it's an apple orchard, really, but it's one of those places about 45 miles from here, west of here. And I have fond memories of going there with my 2 older daughters when they were little, and picking apples off the tree and eating those apple donuts or whatever they are. It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. Oh. Atwood said, I think pools in the Midwest should stay open till October 1st instead of Labor Day. Atwood, it's almost funny you say that, because I was almost thinking the opposite. With schools seem to be starting earlier and earlier now. And once the kids go back to school, and sometimes they go back in mid-August, I think it's harder to staff the pools. And there's less need for the pools because there's less kids swimming in them. And, we'll get a cold patch in late August where I feel bad for the lifeguards that are sitting out there looking at empty pools. So I almost think pools could close a couple weeks earlier. Will I hit an Iowa State football game this year? I would love to hit an Iowa. Hey, Chaz Lander, thank you for the rose. I would love to hit an Iowa State football game this year. I may be visiting my daughter in Iowa State in the next couple weeks. And if I do, I would love to go see a football game. Love to see my daughter and meet her friends and I don't know, see her campus, walk around, you know, kind of bringing back the memories of going to college myself and reliving those experiences. Did I live at the dorms? Yes, I lived in the dorms for 1 year. I lived on a basement floor dormitory. I had 2 roommates that I didn't know. One was on the wrestling team, one was not. And that was a neat experience and a fun time. But then I lived in my fraternity the next 3 years. So it's kind of, again, I was belonged to a fraternity at U of I, and that impacted a lot on who I am. But at some points, I was a little envious of my buddies who had apartments that were doing their own things, and in some way felt less a part of a brotherhood or a small little community of men joined together for whatever purpose, and more a part of the community of the world and society as a whole, and weren't labeled with whatever Greek letters we wore on our chest, but we're finding our way, in the world. And in some ways, while I was there, I was a little jealous of it. What is your opinion on hazing? I mean, I don't know. I certainly don't think it's makes anybody a stronger man. I think it's, I don't know, kind of accepted bullying and a rite of passage. And I don't think necessary in society. Do I think my friends in the apartments wanted to be in a house? Maybe. I mean, there were certainly huge advantages to being in a house. We had big parties. I knew so many women just because, they'd come to our parties and we'd see them out at bars. And, I think in some ways, despite withdrawing behind the walls of the fraternity, I don't know, people wanted to get inside the walls. And partially, and maybe part of the reason you join a country club and you put up walls, or a private club or a hunting and fishing club is, because it's going to make people kind of curious about what's going on inside. And, yeah. Good morning, Abe. Long time no see to you as well. Do I still hang out with my fraternity brothers? Certainly 2 of them are still my best friends today. And occasionally I'll see a whole group of them, but not too often. Not too often. My life's led on its own path, and their lives have been on their own paths, and my life certainly hasn't mirrored most of their paths. Most of them got into corporate jobs and moved up the ladder and are still married, and kids are going off to college, and they're getting together with, in that sort of way. And I've got 2 little ones, 2 beautiful little kids, and I'm waiting tables, and I'm living in an extended stay and drinking coffee and talking to you. So, we can reconnect at times, but in some ways life takes us on our own path. And that's okay. Oh, yeah. It's Friday morning. Got a great night's sleep. I'm excited about my day. Got the caffeine working its way through my system. Feeling a little quiet today. But excited about the day at the same time. And I'm looking forward to reaching out to my little babies who are just waking up at their mama's house. Seeing little Augie blow me some kisses and little Eve talking up a storm and saying whatever it is she says. It's funny because she definitely is trying to talk, and occasionally a little words will come out, but she's definitely trying to say all sentences and comes out, yes, your baby, baby. Then she'll smile because she said something funny. She's probably going to be funny, like her dada, and beautiful like her mama. So, yeah. One more sip of coffee. I appreciate you guys joining me on this Friday morning, sharing a little bit of your day with me and following along in my story. Hope you got a great night's sleep. Hope you're excited about your day. Hope, because I'm feeling pretty good with kind of quiet thoughts going through my head and moving a little slow today and feeling productive and knowing I got a load of wash in and I need to move it to the dryer. And I'm looking forward to moving it to the dryer and moving forward and just excited about my day. And I hope you are as well. I appreciate you guys. Maybe I'll have one more sip of coffee. M&D Seafood, much love and respect, longtime follower, silent watcher. I appreciate you, M&D Seafood, and anybody else that's a longtime watcher and silent follower. I appreciate anybody that follows me on social media. I have a lot of fun doing it. And growing my audience and sharing a cup of coffee and sharing, half an hour to an hour every morning with you. And I appreciate you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.